Hey folks, it's Abby and it is Christmas Eve. I will not be here right now, I'm obviously pre-filming this. Right now I will be in Newcastle preparing for a long drive. I won't be driving, I don't have a driving licence, but a long drive up to Scotland on Christmas Day. If you guys celebrate Christmas, then I do hope you are ramped up and ready for the season, and if you don't, I hope you're having a lovely winter time, or summertime if you're in the Southern Hemisphere. And today I thought I'd just do a nice and easy little tag video, just for something fun. So, the wonderful Alex from Alex Black Reads, who will of course be linked down in the description below, tagged me in the Expose My TBR book tag. If you see me looking down, I have a screenshot of the questions and Alex's beautiful face on my phone, so she will be linked down below along with all of the questions. So, question number 1. How do I come across books to add to my TBR? Usually friends recommending them now. It's changed a little bit. If I see a book often enough on Instagram or YouTube, most of the time, unless they have like something that like grabs me, like a little interesting thing, then I don't tend to add it to my TBR. It's usually recommendations from friends because my bookish friends are amazing human beings and know my reading taste kind of concerningly well, so I will add their recommendations almost immediately to my TBR. But there will be things such as great disability rep, great LGBTQ+ rep, themes that I enjoy. I like death, I like cats, and that will add a book to my TBR. Question 2. Booktuber Shoutout to the person who makes me add the most books to my TBR. Carrie, from Caring for Books. We do this to each other. I do have to give an honorary shout out, an honorary mention to Olivia from Olivia's Catastrophe, because that girl, her and Carrie are basically the reason for 80% of my TBR. So, I'm not complaining. Then question 3 is the book that has been on my TBR for the longest. Let me get it. That is the bind-up of The Eagle of the Ninth trilogy, so The Eagle of the Ninth Chronicles by Rosemary Sutcliffe. I was given this by my mum when I was about 10, and I read the first one. It's ancient Roman. I read the first one in this bind-up and kind of struggled with it a little bit, but found the end really interesting, and I was looking forward to getting back into it. But unfortunately I struggled with it so much that I just never picked it up again. And now I'm worried. So this one! Question 4 is the most recently added book to my TBR, so obviously this will change tomorrow, but right now I believe that the most recently added book is A Fire Endless by Rebecca Ross. This is the second book. I don't know what the duology or series is called, but the first book was called A River Enchanted. It came in the Illumicrate box. I have to admit, this edition's very pretty, can't deny. It's written by an American author, but it is a Scottish high fantasy book. I'm excited. I'm excited. Question 5. Which book will I read next? So I've barely been reading, but I can answer this question for tomorrow. Let me grab it. Because I decided I was going to do a reread of A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. This is one that I've read 2 times before and I've watched a fair few adaptations of, although never the Muppet one. My other half wants to fix that this year. Or maybe I'm reading it right now on Christmas Eve. Maybe I'm sat in my parents' living room reading this. That's probably what's going to happen. So yes, that is what my next read is as of this video going up. Question 6 is my most anticipated book and why I haven't read it. The Troll by Neil Shusterman. I am worried it's not going to live up to the hype, and also it's been a while since I've read YA dystopian. I've loved Shusterman's writing when I was younger. I adored it, and I'm just so nervous to finally finish out that trilogy. I hope I enjoy it. I hope I at least enjoy it, if not love it. Question 7. Books that I added to the hype. There's a fair few. There isn't really hype around some of the books that I hype up, so like the Queendom of the Seven Lakes series, the Four Treasures series, the Pellinor series, but I have hyped up Before the Coffee Gets Cold, Priory of the Orange Tree, and also Bale. So I'll go with those. Question 8. Books that I added to my TBR that I knew I wasn't going to read. I mean, I guess I do have the answer for that. Where is it? Because this is on my TBR. Which is The Holy Bible, the New International Version Children's Edition, which I was given when I left one of my schools and kind of graduated up to the next school when I was around 9, maybe 10. It was a Church of England school, hence the Bible is a gift, and I am an atheist. So I kind of want to read it, because like, the stories must be interesting for it to have lasted this long, you know? But also I'm an atheist, so this is on my TBR. Question 9. Any book on my TBR that I'm going to be removing? I'm tempted to remove the books by Ken Follett that I have in the Century trilogy, but they kind of have an emotional attachment for me because my dad went out and hunted for them when he found out that I'd read them and enjoyed them. If you're wondering why I'm looking behind you, the shelves are behind you. I do have The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness on there, and whilst I know that that was loved, so loved, the train has sailed. The train has sailed. And then question 10 is the grand reveal of how many books I have on my TBR. So I need to go and take a look at my trackers for this. I'll have to add one because I've not added the Fire Endless onto my shelves yet. That is a lot lower than I was expecting it to be. Oh wow. Okay, so it's only 145, so then obviously add a Fire Endless, so it'll be 146. That is so much lower than I was expecting. Am I missing books? I must be missing books, surely. No, I'm not. I'm not missing books. I'm not complaining. So 146 books on my TBR as of this moment, before Christmas. We'll see how it goes after Christmas. I got a ridiculous number of books for my birthday, which was only in October, so I think my friends have decided to dial it back ever so slightly on the books for Christmas, which I am grateful for, because I'm getting ever so slightly stressed at how much I have to read. There are some people with TBRs of like 5 books or 20 books. It's also not awful because there are some people with TBRs of like 500 books. So, on balance, it's pretty average. It's alright, it's manageable. I'll get through them. Let me know down below how many books are on your physical TBR. It's up to you if you include ebooks and things. That's totally up to yourself. And then I am going to tag some people. So first of all, I'm going to tag Olivia Savannah from Olivia's Catastrophe because I need to know exactly how many books are on your TBR. I'm also going to tag Carrie from Caring for Books because her TBR makes mine look subpar. I'm going to tag Veronica from Veronica's Shelf because I would love to see more of her TBR. She reads primarily audiobooks, so it'll be up to her if she includes those or not. And then the entire Totally Bollocks book club crew is tagged because I need to see your TBRs so that I can push you to read certain books. I know I've looked at all of your TBRs already, look, just do the tag. Thank you so much for watching, folks. If you'd like to subscribe to me, red button's down there, as well as all of the links to my socials in the description. And any books that I've mentioned will have their content warnings in the description as well. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your 2022, regardless of what you're celebrating or not celebrating. And I will see you all in the new year. Bye, folks.